Hello everybody, RegiTime here, and this video is going to be me playing some poker in it, but also it's going to serve as a promotional video for a new project that I am hoping to run. My idea is to get 6 new poker recruits, all of them recreational players, or certainly not full-time players, playing anywhere from 2NL to 10NL, and I want to help each one of them move up from whatever limit they're at now to the next limit up, at least in a 6-week period, which is before the start of 2016. I want to do this mostly to promote my coaching business, which I have not done too much of lately because I've been working really hard in my day job and then also playing poker a lot on the side. My day job pressures have dropped now, so I have more time to put into the coaching. I really enjoy it. I really want to do it. I really enjoy helping people. So to that end, the first 6 people that approach me, because it's just 6 for 6 weeks, it's just a bit catchy, will get 6 sessions for $20 each, which is significantly reduced from my usual rates, and it is designed specifically to try and get 6 players in really quickly so we can just get on with the project and not have people coming in bits and bobs. I'd really like 6 new players in the next 2 or 3 days so we can get started by the week commencing, what is that now? Sorry, just forgot what date it is. So we can get started the week commencing the 23rd of November. That gives us 6 weeks between then and December the 30th, I think, or December the 31st, something like that. So that's what I want to do. We're going to have 6 sessions a week, 6 sessions over 6 weeks. It's 1 session per week, and there'll be sessions in between where you can sweat me if you're a player. Consider it's not just the session sweating me will be free. The sessions me sweating you will be part of what you pay for, and give you a chance to be part of some videos. We'll have a specialist dedicated Skype group just for the 6 weekers. You'll also get put in my normal Skype group too, and you'll have all access to me in Skype. Whenever I'm in Skype, constantly, any questions you have for me, we can tackle them. We're going to be really, really focused on bringing 6 people's games up from recreational level to serious amateur level. I want to do this. We can do this. All I need is you guys to buy into it and come along and get involved. So without further ado, let's play some poker. I'm playing 10NL because I'm going to do this challenge with you guys. And my challenge is I think I've got around $300 on stars, which is 30 buy-ins. I think it's maybe just slightly less, 263 plus whatever I've got at the tables. So whatever that is, I don't know, $30 at the tables. So 290 something, 300 for argument's sake. And my challenge is to double that bankroll before the end of the year, which would give me 25 buy-ins for 25NL. I mean, obviously I could have started this at 25NL and done it that way, but I kind of want to be at the limits that the guys that I'm going to be working with are at. I want to be on the same journey as them. I want to be playing the same games they're playing. I want to be talking the same regulars they're talking about, feeling the same things that they're feeling in their games. I can't do that if I'm playing higher stakes. Let me call here with the ace-9 suited on the button. And now we're just going to bet once he checks. We're probably going to bet twice. If he calls us twice, probably not going to try and bluff him on the river. But he might just have who knows what here. Some kind of jack, pocket tens, possibly a weak king, but I would expect him to see bet his king X most of the time. So we're going to bet twice, try and get him off a jack, try and get him off something worse than a jack that's beating us. And if he called twice, we wouldn't empty the clip there on a board that's that dragged. It's just too obvious. He would have had a made hand that he wasn't getting away from. So how are we going to do this? What's my plan for getting you, if you're interested, from being a recreational player to a serious amateur player that's moving up a limit? We're going to have an extreme period of focus. We're going to be basically living, sleeping, breathing poker. I want guys to come to me that are able to play a decent volume, because if you can't put a decent number of hours in, you're not going to be able to move up a limit. It's just going to be too hard. We need to be pushing ourselves. And that goes against a little bit of what I've been talking about. What poker should be fun and should be recreational. It absolutely should be, but I know, because I've spoke to absolutely tons of you guys, that there are loads of guys out there currently playing recreationally that want to extend themselves, want to test themselves, but they don't know how to do it. They don't have the best approach to it. They just think putting tons of hands in and playing and whatever is going to get the job done. I know tons of you guys out there, you don't have many poker contacts. There's loads of guys come to me in the last maybe 18 months now. I've been doing this, maybe close to 18 months. They just don't have poker friends. They have some guys that they talk to about poker at work or in the pub or whatever it is that they're discussing poker. But they don't have many friends that actually play the games they're playing in. So a lot of the stuff they talk about, and they get positively reinforced by friends, their thoughts are being positively reinforced by friends who are getting all their thoughts from the same places, be that WSOP broadcasts or EPT broadcasts or whatever TV poker guys are watching these days. Because there are lots of recreational players out there who just don't have subscriptions to training sites. They don't have time to watch the videos, or they don't see the value of it, whatever it is, and they're just playing poker, gradually just losing the money without ever really giving themselves a chance to make something of it. And we can do that. We can all do it. I'm not a particularly well educated guy. I'm not in any way, a maths expert or anything like that. I'm just a guy who's worked really hard, has applied a lot of logic and common sense, and he's kind of been lucky in terms of he met the right people at the right time who gave him a helping hand, who helped him up. I want to be able to do that now for other people. Now, obviously, I'm doing that as a small business. I'm not trying to pretend I'm not some kind of philanthropist or superstar that's just helping guys with nothing. I really do want to push my business next year into a new level. And then let me just see, I'm going to do this Ace King here. I think called 4 bettings a little bit over the top. So when he checks here, I don't think he has aces, ace, queen, or kings. I see no reason why he would check if he had those hands. So we might get him off a chop here. He might just have an ace jack. He might fold. We might get him off a chop with ace king. He does just snap call. I think he probably has a hand like 2 jacks, 2 tens, something like that. Maybe some kind of queen. Don't think it's ace king when he snap calls that way. So now my decision is, do I try and bluff him off his hand? And I think I'm going to. At least on the turn. If he calls the turn, I'm probably going to give up. I'd be very surprised if he has a really strong hand here. He's just putting me on aces, which is nice of him. I suppose I could have aces there sometimes. Not too often, but I suppose I could have. Yep, so that's how we're going to do it if we get enough guys. Well, if we don't get enough guys in, we're just going to do with whatever guys we've got. And we're going to do it by working together. We're going to be a really close-knit team. You're going to constantly be talking poker with each other, doing sweats with each other, doing sweats with me, sweating me, talking between sessions in Skype. You're going to completely immerse yourself and really try and power your way to improvement. It can be done. Tons of players have done it. Don't need to see bet the screen here. I was about to see bet it, but we don't need to. Every chance we still have the best hand against somebody who probably isn't going to be particularly good at poker. Having said that, when he does bet, he's going to fold. I am using Givaro, by the way. I do obviously have Holder Manager 2, which I could use, but it's a free resource, so I know lots of people who watch my videos aren't playing off a large bankroll, so and they might not even be aware that Givaro exists. Givaro is a free piece of software that you just install it and it just works like this on poker sites. It's very limited unless you pay for the upgrade, which I believe is only something like $6 a month. But it does give you basic stats: VPIP, PFR, aggression frequency, and nothing much else. But for nothing, you really can't argue. It does enough of the job. I'm getting dunked into really quite big here. This board is so wet, and there's tons of worse hands you can get caught by, so I'm just going to shove with my set. But he pots it there. I mean, it's usually going to be liking his hand, and he does like it, and unfortunately, he gets there. Which is pretty unfortunate. He was there on a 4-outer when he hit it, but no amount of coaching in the world is going to stop that happening to you, I'm afraid. So if you've got this far and you are interested in the project, you really aren't going to find any cheaper coaching anywhere around, unless you have a really generous poker playing friend who'll help you for nothing. This is almost 50% cheaper than I normally do it, and like I said, the reason I want to do it is because in the new year, when I've hopefully succeeded in helping the guys that come to me break through quite quickly, I want to be able to use that as a selling point. I want people to know what can be achieved. I want to be able to write about it. I want to be able to blog about it. I want to be able to put an article on my website that shows what can be done with the correct amount of discipline and a willingness to really confront your fears. Some people have a fear of winning almost. That might not make sense, but you kind of get stuck in the rut of, this is I just play poker, it's just what I do, and they're scared of what winning might mean to them. You know, they're scared of realising the potential sometimes just in the comfort zone. Yeah, I just play a little bit of poker, and they kid themselves that they're winning players when maybe they're not, or they're just unlucky, and they don't really want to push because they're scared of failing, they're scared of trying to strive to do something and then not actually achieving it. But you just have a way better chance of achieving your goals when you share goals with similar-minded people and you all encourage each other, push each other along. That's how everyone got so good back in the poker boom. Well, not so good, but that's how everyone progressed so well in the poker boom, because everyone was there. There was like a real spirit of adventure on some of the fun. Maybe not on 2+2, but even on 2+2 to an extent. It was like it felt like people were going places and people were like excited by the potential. And I think we could definitely foster that again. I've raised here, by the way, just because we do have all kinds of backdoors. So the Jack of Hearts, it was a key card there. And I think that sense of community, that spirit, is not in poker anymore, to the masses, but it's absolutely there if you get the right bunch of people, the right mix of people in Skype groups. I know that because I've been witnessing it firsthand for the last 18 months, ever since I started doing the coaching and creating Skype groups. It is there. My Skype group has a fantastic atmosphere. Just a bunch of guys all pulling for each other, or pull each other up when they're down, or backslap each other back when they go well. It's just a fantastic environment. I regularly log in, there's 200 messages full of positivity. That's what we like to see. That's what we're all short of. No hands on this person here, the king queen off. I'll make a small 4-bet. And he gets through. The reason I do that, I don't have any hands on the guy, so he doesn't have any hands on me. He has no idea who I am. But I am strongly of the opinion that many players are 3-betting, well, most players are 3-betting exclusively depolarized ranges and then just get really messed up when they get 4-bet. They don't know what to do. They 3-bet the ace jacks, the ace tens, their king queens, the king jack suiteds. They get 4-bet and then they're like, oh shit, now what? And I like putting people in that spot. I know they're going to play really straightforward with me. They're going to 5-bet shove when they've got it. They're going to call with the top of their don't know range, and they're going to fold the rest. And I think we get a good 60% plus folds there. And if we make it small enough, it's really cheap. It's a really cheap bluff, but we do it with hands with blockers. I wouldn't do that with, say, a 9-10 suited, for example. Always do it with hands that kind of get in the way of their 4-betting range. You will notice, by the way, I'm making pretty large 3-bets for the most part. That's pretty much just because I believe people will call. I believe people will call with worse hands a significant amount of the time. And getting those extra 1 or 2 blinds in the pot when they're doing that and under the value allows me to build much bigger post-flop pots. An extra 2 big blinds pre-flop or 1 or 2 big blinds, you end up making a difference of 10 big blinds by the river. And then that's really important. I'm just going to fold the nines to this action here. No reason to go crazy, it's just 2 nines. I think we have to call here on the turn with that king queen. It's because the ace is such a good card for him to bluff at. I think there's a good chance we're going to be behind, but it's such a good card to bluff at. It was a relatively cheap bluff catch, and it actually turns out we have the best hand, so goes. This video isn't going to be too long, because it is just an introductory video to the project, but my commitment is I will make at least 3 videos a week. One of those will be a solo, at least one of those will be a solo video, and 2 of them, should I get enough people, will be with you, with at least 2 of the students. Now sometimes it might be I have 2 people sweating me, it might be that we record one of your coaching sessions. There's lots of ways we can do it, but hopefully then the people have read it and whatever else we advertise this at, hopefully too, they can get behind you and they can get on your journey. You might want to start keeping a blog somewhere. You might want to start keeping like documenting your progress on Reddit too. Anything that gets other people involved with you, it cannot do anything but good. I'm hoping this is going to be met with positivity from some of the Reddit regulars. We all know how Pokemon can be sometimes. I'm aware that this is a significant amount of self-promotion. I think it's good for me, but it can be really good for you guys too. So I'm hoping people are going to understand that and not give me too much of a hard time for what I fully accept is shameless self-promotion. Don't do it very often. It's just something I'd really like to do. Tie up the year, end the year nicely, and give myself a platform from which to start next year. And hopefully give the guys that come along the same platform. Get dumped into here, but we don't have enough backdoor equity to do anything about it, so we're just going to fold. So what can you expect from the coaching you get from me. If you are a recreational player, I'm going to make a couple of loose assumptions. I'm going to make an assumption that your post-flop play is going to be really hampering you. I'm going to guess that you're calling too much. I'm going to guess that you're not value betting enough. And I'm also going to guess you're possibly going to be playing just a little bit too loose pre-flop in relation to your post-flop ability. The better we are post-flop, the looser we can play pre-flop. But my guess is going to be that you're going to be playing more hands pre-flop than you're capable of playing post-flop. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get your pre-flop in order. We're going to tighten your pre-flop whilst simultaneously working on becoming confident with the post-flop situations and new ranges put us in. Then we're just going to work really hard on mental game 2, because I'm going to presume that most of you guys who are recreational players but struggle somewhat with mental game. So we're going to work on fixing that too. And finally, we're going to work on building a really strong work ethic into you. So the times where you maybe spend the last hour of your evening just grinding Facebook or doing whatever you do, just things that aren't very productive. We're going to maximize your productivity. None of that might sound like a lot of fun to you, but if you want to be a serious amateur poker player, you have to start taking poker seriously. It stands to reason. That's what you're going to have to do. And I'll be there every step of the way, encouraging you, getting you all to open up. We're going to have very full and frank conversations. I won't pull any punches. I don't expect you guys to pull any either. And yeah, we're going to do it. We are going to get there, guys. You've got somebody on a mobile phone device opened to pot under the gun. We're disappointed if we get a fault here from someone who's open for pot, who's playing on a mobile phone. Who knows, we might. We get 3 bet. So he's clearly just got a hand here. So we get 4 bet. He's absolutely gobsmacked if he doesn't do anything other than jam here. And he does. He's probably just got kings, or he's got 8s. And there we go. Happy to pick up that pot. So I think we're going to call it a day there. Hopefully I've covered everything I wanted to say. If you guys do have any questions for me before we get started, please do get in touch. Add me to Skype. My Skype details are, I think they're in my YouTube channel. I can't remember off the top of my head. If not, please just send me a PM wherever you find this post, and I'll be delighted to speak with you. Hopefully I've outlined pretty much everything that's going to happen, so you won't have too many questions when you do approach me, but any questions you do have, I'll be happy to answer. There's one stipulation, because when I've done this kind of thing in the past, people haven't always paid. I do not extend credit, I'm afraid. You will need the $120 payable before the first session, but it really is, for what you're going to get, it's fantastic value. It's at least 6 hours of my time personally watching you, then at least another 3 hours of you being able to sweat me, ask me questions, and then countless hours of my attention in Skype, just on a messaging basis if you have any little questions you want to clear up, or maybe sometimes just call you up if it's a quick question that's easier to answer it by calling you. I'll call you up. You will have lots and lots and lots of my time. I would imagine we're saying it's $20 for 6 hours. It's probably going to be, sorry, $120 for 6 hours. It's probably going to be more like you're going to get more like 12 to 15 hours of my time. It's probably works out at less than $10 an hour for the overall. What you're going to get overall, it really is fantastic value, and I hope that enough people get involved that we can really make a go of it. But yeah, we're going to call it a day for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you have got this far, I hope you get in touch, But for now, it's take care, everybody, and I hope to speak with some of you guys really soon. Bye for now.